back to the TBOS podcast. I'm host of Brains, aka Quillysantana. We back. I went on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? I found out who the fuck voted for Justin Herbert. I found out I was an idiot. This has been the closest MVP race since 2003. And now, like I said in my awards video that I just posted, I believe that was the year in 2003 where Peyton Manning and Steve McNair was the co-MVPs. So, if we didn't have a vote for fucking Justin Herbert, that means Drake May would have been an MVP this year. We would have had co-MVP between Stafford and Drake May. This is why I'm not what I don't understand. How can you vote for someone who's not a finalist? That shouldn't even be allowed. You should not be able to vote for someone that's not a finalist. That's like me voting for somebody to go in the Hall of Fame that's not eligible to go in the Hall of Fame or something. Like, I'm not understanding how can you vote for somebody that's not up for the award. That shouldn't even be possible. Let's go to. Hold on, let me go to it first. To the idiot that voted, and then I'm gonna show y'all what he was saying, why he voted. Okay. Now, this is the buffoon, Sam Monson, that runs the 33rd show. He says, I was the Justin Herbert vote. The guy had the worst offensive line in the NFL all season, despite that he was working miracles in almost every single game. Stafford's offensive line became two-fifths as bad as Herbert's for 5 minutes, and he became a turnover howitzer. He embodied value. Listen, and this is the type of shit I'm talking about. Like, we just got motherfuckers voting just because I said this in my last video when I first found out, you know what I'm saying, who got all the votes. I understand that Justin Herbert did not have an offensive line. I understand he had the worst offensive line in the NFL. That does not mean he played good. To win the MVP, you have to bring value to your team, and you also have to play good. You cannot leave that part out. He did not play at an MVP level, so why would you ever vote him for MVP? You could have just gave your vote to Stafford. And now he's in these comments trying to defend like, oh, Drake May wasn't going to win it anyway. Yes, he was. Because if you would have voted for Drake May, based off your logic, if you would have voted for Drake May, because Drake May also had the worst offensive line than fucking Stafford. He had the worst receivers than Stafford. He had the worst running game than Stafford. He had everything he had. So by your logic, you should have been picking Drake May. So if you pick Drake May and Stafford has the same amount of votes, they're going to be co-MVPs. How do you vote for somebody that's not on the fight? Like, it's not a finalist. I'm still not understanding this. What the fuck do we have finalists for then? You should be only voting for the finalists. It's no way you're voting for Justin Herbert. I'm confused. Like, so if the finalist shit don't matter, if it does not matter, then it's like, what do we have it for? I'm confused. What do we have it for? You're voting for a nigga that's not even a finalist. He didn't play better than Trevor Lawrence. He didn't play better than Josh Allen. He didn't play better than Christian McCaffrey. He didn't play better than Drake May or Stafford. I would have rather you gave your vote to Stafford. The only reason I'm mad because I didn't even think Drake was getting the MVP. Right? I didn't even think Drake was getting the MVP. Let me switch back over real quick. I didn't even think Drake was getting the MVP. But what's upsetting Patriots fans is that Drake actually came close to getting MVP. Like, a lot of people actually thought, no, Drake's the MVP because all the reasons I already presented. So the fact that you went and decided, oh no, I'm going to vote for Justin Herbert, a nigga that had a mediocre year. Yes, it was mostly due to his offensive line. And if I've been said this, it's mostly due to his offensive line was out because he had a fantastic year last year when his offensive line was healthy. But that does not change the fact that he still did not have a great year. He did not have an MVP year. So why the hell would you say he's the MVP of the league and give him an MVP, a first place vote? Not, he didn't give him just like a regular, oh, I'm going to put him give him my third vote because I think, you know what I'm saying, he produced the MVP. You gave him a first place vote as if like, no, he was the best player in the NFL this season. I don't give a fuck if he don't have an offensive line. You have to vote who's at the, like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Like, Justin Herbert, and that's why I say I give Justin Herbert props. A lot of people been shitting on Justin Herbert ever since the playoff game. But I give him props for even getting that team to the playoffs with that offensive line. But that does not mean he's the MVP of the NFL. That you at least he has the value of an MVP, but he did not have the statistical performance of a most valuable player, best player in the NFL this year. Simple as that. He has the value, but not the statistical side of an argument at all. Like, I don't understand what are you talking about. Because Drake May has the value of an MVP. He had a mediocre offensive line, no run game. Run game was mediocre. And with in my opinion, an underrated receiving core, but a receiving core that everybody think is, you know, it's a good receiving core. It's all right. Some people won't even say it's a better receiving core than the Chargers. McConkey, Allen, and Quinn Johnson, they say the Chargers receiving core is better than the Patriots. So I'm not understanding how he didn't get your vote. And he still put up elite stats. Like, he still had amazing stats. Was number one in most categories across the board. Hands down, shit wasn't even close. He still had 4,800 total yards, which was more than Stafford. This is why he got all the votes that he got. And we got robbed of a co-MVP of my quarterback at 23 years old in his second season, getting an MVP, having one of the best second seasons for a quarterback in NFL history, because you decided to vote for Justin Herbert. I'm lost. Let's go back. Let's go back and look at some more of the reasons that y'all can see what he said. It says, yeah, it's actively not just the best player though. That's the issue. Like it or not, I don't like it. Value. This is what I'm saying though. You can't say it. You cannot base the MVP on strictly value. You also have to base it on him what did they actually do on the field, not just on strictly value. That's why I'm not understanding how can you go vote for it. How did they even allow you to vote for him first thing, like give him a first place vote? How, Sam? How? He said, by the way, for the people that don't know, the nominees were just the top 5 vote getters after the votes were counted. They didn't send a list of 5 nominees, and I chose from the outside. I chose from outside that list. So, okay, he wasn't a finalist, right? Okay, so then we get that cleared up. But you still chose Justin Herbert. I'm still lost. When we all knew this was a 2-man race, I'm still lost on how the fuck did Justin Herbert even get brought up. I'm not understanding how, like, I'm still just not understanding how he got brought up. He had yes, he didn't have an offensive line, but he did not perform like an MVP. So how can you vote him for MVP? Just because he was performing good enough to get them over the hump, like win games, does not mean he was the MVP. He didn't perform like an MVP. I'm not understanding this. Yeah, Sam, and now look what Sam's saying. Yes, you cost him his legacy. Talk about I cost him with that legacy bullshit. It's not bullshit, because he would have the MVP right now. Unless you saying I wasn't voting for Drake. That's what you're saying? I'm not going to vote for Drake anyway, so I might as well vote for Justin Herbert, because Drake's not going to win. But then when it comes down to it, Drake is one vote short of being a co-finalist, a co-MVP winner. Because you put your vote on fucking Justin Herbert that did not perform like MVP. I'm trying to figure out who on this list that you said, even though this is the top 12 goodest, they didn't give you a list of nominees. Okay, who on this list did Justin Herbert play better than? Who on this list? Because all these teams have value. All these players, have value. Chris McCaffrey's whole team was hurt. He was literally at one point the only offense. He was having games where he was rushing the ball 17 times and getting 10 catches with 15 targets. All these players have extreme value. Drake May, no one thought he was good. If Drake May has a poor Pittsburgh game, they lose every game. Besides that, we know what happened in the playoffs. This is regular season. His team is not as talented as most of these other teams in the NFL. Josh Allen is playing with no receiver one. No weapons on the outside. Now, he had the best rusher. He had the top rushing running back in the NFL this year, James Cook. And he had some decent tight ends. But if you can slow the run game down and force him to pass, he has nobody. He is the Bills. He's literally a whole franchise. So I'm still not understanding. Like I said in my last video when I made about the award, the rest of the awards. They didn't have offensive line, but the Chargers also still had a top 5 defense in the NFL. The defense is one of the main reasons why they were going where they were going. On top of Justin Herbert being able to make enough plays for the offense, even with his piss poor offensive line. But you sit up there, he's not Josh Allen. He's not flat out. He did not perform up to what Josh Allen did this year. He didn't play better than Josh. And Josh is the Bills. So I'm still lost on how did you get all the way to Justin Herbert and you basing it just off value. All these players here got fucking value, high ass value, except maybe Matthew, because his offense was so fucking good. His value is probably lower than theirs, but I'm lost. And maybe Trevor, if you're that valuable, but it's 3 guys here that has extremely high value, just like Herbert. And they all played much better than him. So I'm not understanding how we got here. I'm not understanding how we got here. Like, this is just dumb. It's just dumb. Y'all can read some of the shit that he's saying. I think this is true too, like Ryan Clark. He made it definitely by himself trying to make his ass relevant. Because why would you even, just why? It just doesn't even make sense of why. I'm tired of even talking about this shit. Like, this is what I'm trying to figure out too, Tugman. I'm trying to figure out which one of these games that you thought, no, that's the MVP right there. When they got blew the fuck out, he had 81 yards. When they beat the fucking Raiders, this is when he hurt his hand, had 151 yards. When he was not doing shit and getting killed against the Eagles and he had 139 yards and he made a couple plays. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that he's not valuable because they had no offensive line. But to sit up here and say he was the MVP when this guy's that's super valuable and playing at a way higher level than Herbert, and Herbert was doing this shit like this, is insane. It's just flat out insane. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, people, I don't know what's the, like, people is just, man, so obsessed with Justin Herbert, and it's sad. It's grown ass men just in love with Justin Herbert, and it's really sad, bro. Like, it don't even make no sense. I'm trying to get these motherfucking this footage for the Seahawks and picked for the Super Bowl, and I gotta go trying to figure out what am I missing that Justin Herbert that shows Justin Herbert as a fucking as a MVP. Like, I'm not even understanding. Come on, what the fuck, NFL Pro? Like, cause I'm not even understanding. How can he be an MVP? The MVP of what? Of the team? He was 12th in yard. And is this yards per game? No, this is yards per game. What was his total yardage? 9th. He still top 10 with the worst offensive line ever. He had 26 touchdowns, 13 picks. He had a 94 quarterback rating. What did that rank in the NFL? Break 15th. 7.3 yards per attempt. 66 completion percentage. Like I'm just trying to figure out where did you get completion percentage over expected? Eighth. Okay. EPA. I'm trying to 17. Okay. Cause I'm not understanding. Cause he's basically it's only based on this right here. That he has the highest pressure rate at 43%. But this is what I'm saying, right? Look who's right outside the top five. You based your MVP vote on this stat right here. Quarterback pressures. Because Justin Herbert is number one. Look who the fuck is right outside the top five, though. Look. Look at this guy right here. Right at 6. 38.6% pressure rate. Oh my God. And we just watched our QB get robbed of a fucking co-MVP. He'd have been Tyler Matthew Stafford. It would have been a co-MVP, the first co-MVP since 2003. Peyton Manning, Steve McNair. Because he's basing his fucking MVP vote off of quarterback pressure rate. But look who the fuck's right outside the top five. Which I've been saying this. That's one of the reasons I think he should have gotten an MVP because he's playing with a mediocre offensive line. Look at Stafford. Look at Stafford's pressure rate. Way the fuck down here. So that's why this is what I'm saying. I'm not understanding how you did not vote for Drake fucking May. If that's the case, and you talking about some of this value shit, and you talking about getting sacked and all that, you talking about, because I seen, now y'all, hold on, let me go, but where the fuck is that? Where the fuck is that at? Where the fuck is that at? Where's that post at where he said, well, how long is this video? I don't even want this video to be that long. How long is this? 15 minutes? I don't even want this video to be that long. I'm gonna end it after this. Like, where the fuck is that? Because somebody told him Drake May got sacked 47 times, which is a result in a bad offensive line. Oh, May was sacked fourth most, which shows bad offensive line. He said, no, it doesn't. Let me go to the stats. Let's go to the stats who was sacked the most in the NFL. Drake May was sacked 47 times. Right? He was sacked 47 times. Okay. Now, let's see where that rank was. Justin wasn't even sacked the most time. He was sacked second, basically. And Drake was basically third because these two tied it for one. So he was sacked the third most times in the NFL. Now, let's see how that correlates to if he's actually getting pressured a lot or not. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, wait a minute. Here are the two guys that's ranked. They got sacked the most in the NFL. Geno Smith, Cam Ward. So wait a minute. You mean to tell me he got sacked? He got pressure. His quarterback pressure rate was higher than the guys that got sacked the most in the entire NFL. At 50, I got sacked 55 times. Oh, okay. So it's not just. Oh, it's not a real critical drop off because he's ranked fourth. He was sacked the fourth most times. He has a sixth. Like, come on, bro. I don't understand what the fuck I'm supposed to. What we posted, like, I don't know. So the argument that Sam Morrison has is dumb as shit because you're basing your MVP off quarterback pressure rate when Drake May is sixth in quarterback pressure rate. He's getting pressured all year. He got sacked the fourth most times. But these is his numbers though. Let's go over his numbers. 4,300 passing yards, 31 touchdowns, 8 picks. Quarterback rating, best in the league. Yards per attempt, best in the league. Completion percentage, best in the league. Completion over expected, best in the league. Not even close. EPA, best in the league by a fucking mile. Do we need to go to the per game? Passing touchdowns per game. Drake May, down there at 2 a game. We have 1.8 a game. Fifth, Justin Herbert right behind him. And then also, I always tell people about this too. Look at the attempts though. 37, 36, 36, 35, 35, 35. Look, and then look where you found Drake May at. Way the fuck down here. Same reason I said he threw 102 less passes than Stafford. He could have easily had more touchdowns. He could have easily threw the ball more. If you want to look at the offensive stats, just in case a nigga think I'm lying, because I know a lot of people think people just be getting on here and just saying this is a team stats. This is the team stats. We was third in offense. You led the third best offense in the NFL. Our offense, EPA, second best offense in the NFL. Like I told y'all, our rushing got increased by the end of the year. That's why we had 6. But when you go to rushing yards, I think it's per play. We know we middle of the pack, like I've been said. Let's go to our EPA. Way the fuck down here at 11. It's not the 6th best rushing attack unit in the NFL or none of that shit. It's not. Hold on. And I know this ain't the Chargers above us. Oh, okay. Okay. I see the one. That's all for this video, man. That's it. I ain't got nothing else to say. Sam Moron. Sam Moron is a fucking idiot. Sam Moron robbed Drake May of an elite second year in NFL. That's it, man. I'm out, man. Like, comment, subscribe, man. Check out some more content on the channel. Fucking idiot.